Hello everyone, good to see you. My name is Felipe, and in this video it's going to be a little bit special because I'm going to be sharing with you my experience at USC. A couple of years ago I had the opportunity to do a master's degree in screen scoring at USC, and I would love to share with you my experience. Maybe some of you are looking forward to study a master's degree in film scoring, or maybe some of you just have some curiosity of what do they teach in this type of degree. And toward the end of the video, I'm going to be sharing with you what are my thoughts. Should you do a master's degree in film scoring or not? Okay, let's go. So why I wanted to study at USC? I remember that I was studying a bachelor's degree here in Chile in composition. I was like 3 years before graduating, and I pray and I ask God, what's going to be after this? And I start searching for places where my favorite composers may have studied. So I searched Mark Mancina, John Powell, all of these composers to find out that none of them really studied at a specific place. Maybe some of them, but was very, very scattered. However, there was one place that had a connection with them and was USC. And I thought, yeah, maybe this is the place. And I start searching about the people that have studied there and actually great composers study at USC. And I was like, wow, I mean, to study here must be really, really intimidating to apply it and maybe get accepted. But it really was like a challenge to be able to, hey, it would be amazing to do that. And I start praying about it. I start praying, God, if you want to take me there, you're going to open the doors and you're going to put the right people to teach me, to help me, and so and so. So 3 years after, I presented my application. I received the letter like 4 a.m. in the morning, and I couldn't sleep after that. So yeah, it was a really nice moment in my career to know that I was accepted to USC. So when I went to LA, it was like a dream. I mean, I have never in my life did something like really leaving my home to study. Everything was new. At USC, they made a lot of welcomes, and the teachers were very, very kind. It was an amazing time. But the most difficult thing that I experienced was that I am used to work with, my space, my keyboard here, and my speakers, my everything. But the place that I was renting, the desk that it had was very, very small. And also, but that time I was working with a MacBook Pro from 2019, an Intel MacBook Pro, and was connected to another computer that I have here on the back where I host all my samples. But when I went to LA, I only brought my MacBook Pro, so I had limited resources to accomplish all the assignments. Yeah, because I was working with half of the resources that I usually work with. I wanted to deliver the best as possible, but the computer wasn't powerful enough to do what I always was used to do. So I had to adapt my workflow, and was very fun. And I ended up delivering very close to deadline, and sometimes after. Now, the program was very, very intense. Was super intense. Actually, I think it has been the intensivest, I don't know if that word exists, the intensivest thing that I have ever done in my life. Because there were a lot of assignments each week. We had a lot of classes, and all of the teachers usually give an assignment. Was actually a great challenge to fight with my perfectionism, because you don't have time to do things perfect. You need to deliver. You need to finish the things with the deadline. If you deliver after the deadline, the teachers get really, really mad, which I think it's a good thing, by the way. So I think it was a great experience to really be good at finishing stuff quickly, to not wait until it is perfect, but just deliver the thing and do another one. Actually, there was a story that a teacher told me that they did like an experiment, 2 groups of people, and the goal was to make the perfect jar with clay. And one of the groups had to do a jar, but they have only one chance to make it good, so they really tried to make the best jar. And the other group, they had to make the most of jars as possible, so the last one was going to be the one that was going to compete with this one. And funny enough, she told us that the best jar was the one that took more times to create rather than the one that they spend more of the time making it perfect. I hope that makes sense. But the point is that you become better by finishing things rather than trying to perfect one thing from the first time you are making it. I think that's one of the best advices that I received when I was studying. Now, my peers were amazing. My peers were really, really amazing composers. They were very good people. It was a great time spending with them. We make a lot of friends. Now, sometimes I felt a little bit behind. I felt like I wasn't at the level that I should be. But that's actually a good thing, because that keeps you first. In first place, it keeps you humble. And in second place, it's more people that you can learn from. If you know more than anyone, from who are you going to learn? But if everyone knows more than you, then you're going to learn a lot. So a good advice would be, try always to be humble. Consider the rest as better than you. And you are going to make good friends, and also you're going to learn a lot. The teachers were amazing. All of them professional composers. Not only great composers, but great teachers. You know that it's not the same someone that can really compose excellent music, but how this person can share, how he can transfer this knowledge. And actually one of them, that I think it has been the best teacher that I ever had, was incredible, because you went in his class, and he was like, I'm ready to destroy your cue. And he starts saying, you know, this is not working. Here you missed this. Here you didn't hit that. Here and here and that and that. And he was very honest with his feedback. The cool thing about it is that he told you exactly why it's not working and how to fix it. And that was the best thing, because it comes to a point where you don't want to hear, hey, this is good. Because if this is good, you don't have any more place to grow. But if someone tells you, hey, this is not working, someone with authority, this is not working, and this is the way to fix it, it gives you space to learn. And I remember in those lessons, I were like, wow, like really paying attention all the 2 hours with that teacher. Was an amazing experience. But you have to be bold to be honest sometimes. So, great. Now, the program was 2 semesters, and they go around the recording sessions. So we had 13 recording sessions. And the first semester was more about the exploration of the orchestra. So we recorded small ensembles, string quintet, woodwind quintet, brass quintet, and then some chamber ensembles with different sizes, and that's it. The second semester, though, we start preparing our capstone. So we start recording for bigger ensembles until the last one, which was a 65-piece orchestra at Warner Brothers, and you have to conduct. And that was the best experience of my life. When I was in front of the orchestra with all of those musicians, those 14 minutes of recording your own piece of music was amazing. It was a beautiful experience. I think the nicer thing is that when I wanted to study music composition 10 years ago, I dreamt about finishing that career in front of an orchestra. And 10 years after, that happened. And was a miracle from beginning to end. And I'm so thankful of God to be able to have that opportunity. It was an adventure. It was really, really, really nice. Now, it comes the point where I tell you, should I recommend you to go to USC? And I guess you know the answer. Of course, I recommend you to go to USC. And that's it. So I hope this story was helpful to you. Maybe you just wanted to know by curiosity, or maybe you are considering to apply to USC. If you're considering to apply to USC, hey, you are courageous and keep going. I really hope that your application leads you to the best decision that you can take. But don't close yourself just to USC. Maybe there's a better place for you, and also maybe you don't need to do a master's degree. A lot of great composers have not done a master's degree, but if you can do it, you have my support. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. So, well, good to see you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.